Once a Buddhist monk was approached by one of his disciples with a problem to his guru. Gurudev, my mind is very troubled. Different thoughts keep coming to my mind. It's not that bad thought always come. Sometimes bad come and sometimes good thought come. But there are so many thoughts running to my mind that I cannot concentrate on anything. First it stands with one thought, then another thought from this way, after another thoughts coming. When I regain my attention after a long time, I think that I was not meditating on what I was sitting doing. All the time, I just thought nonsense. When I regain my attention after a long time, I try hard to get rid of the thought, but I can't success at anything. Sometimes I feel like I am going crazy. You tell me that how can I remove this thought that come to my mind? I want to completely free my mind from all these nonsense thoughts. I will think only what I want, when I want, and when I don't want, I won't have any thoughts. Gurudev listened attentively to his students, then he said to him, "Go and bring a pitcher full of stones of different sizes." The followed disciple his master's order and brought stones of various size into a pitcher. Gurudev said, "Think of your mind as an urn and think of the stones filled with hope in your mind. Now try filling it with more stones." Hearing Gurudev's word, the disciple started filling more stones in the pitcher. Since the pitcher was already almost full, after 2 or 4 stones were filled. The overflowing stones started falling out of the pitcher. Seeing this, Gurudev said, "Stop now. You see well that since the urn is already full of stones, no new stones are being filled here. If any new stones are to be filled here, then first of all the stones the pitcher have to be taken out. Then new stones will be filled here." Before Gurudev finished speaking, the disciple said, "Thank you, Gurudev. I understand what you mean. We should clear our minds first, right?" Gurudev smiled and said, "Stop. I am not done yet. Listen the whole thing first. Our mind is the complete opposite of this picture. This urn can be filled with stones, but it is never possible with mind thinking. The more thoughts come in the more space there will be for more thoughts." The disciple said, "Gurudev, I don't understand anything." Gurudev said, "You do one thing. Take out all the stones from this pitcher and empty the pitcher." That's what he did. One by one he removed all the stones from the pitcher and emptied the pitcher completely. Gurudev said, "You fill this pitcher with 1 stone and take out 2 stones from it." The disciple was surprised to hear this and said, "How this is possible, Gurudev? If I put a stone in the jar, it is possible to get stone out of it." Gurudev smiled and said, "Okay, you fill this pitcher with 5 stones and take out 10 stones." The disciple now said, "Gurudev, are you kidding? It is not a nice pitcher in which with 1 stone I will take out 2 stones. I will fill 5 stones and take out 10 stones. As many stones as will go here can be taken out." Gurudev said, "You are right. It's not a nice pitcher, but your mind is just the opposite of the pitcher. But your mind is wonderful." The disciple said, "How?" Gurudev said, "Listen carefully to what I am saying now. Notice that when a thought comes into your mind and you try to get it out of your mind, many more related thoughts come into your mind. Then when you go to eliminate those 4 thoughts, 10 new thoughts come into your mind. The more you fight with your mind to get rid of the thoughts, the bigger the web of thoughts becomes. You try to catch one thought after another and immediately 10 new thoughts come to you." Gurudev also said, "You can take all the stones out of the pot one by one and empty it. But by fighting with your mind and removing all thoughts from your mind, you will never be able to empty your mind." The disciple was a little disappointed after hearing everything and said, "I understand everything you said. According to you, it means that we cannot get rid of this illusion of thoughts even if you want to?" That's mean there is no solution to this problem. But Gurudev, you once said that if you find solution to all problems, then this big problem which is not only mine but the problem this thousands of people like me are constantly facing. Is there really no solution? Gurudev said, of course, there is. You do one thing. First of all, fill the pitcher halfway with stones. The disciple did so. Gurudev said, now you make a small idol for me with any of these stones in it. I know you can make very good status. Show me your work and make an image for me out of any of the stones in this urn. The disciple was very happy to hear this. Gurudev, who was adept in that matter, allowed him to do that. Anyway, you have to keep your honor in front of everyone. The best idol should be made with the best stone and presented to Gurudev. Thinking of all this took out of a stone from the urn, but he was not very satisfied with that stone. He felt that it might not make a good a statue as he was trying to make. What he did was put that stone aside and took out another stone. This time he did not like the structure of the stone. He kept that aside and took out third stone. He did not like the color of the third stone. He left that too and took out the fourth stone. After taking out the fourth stone, he didn't feel like it either. I think I should take out all my stones one by one. Perhaps better stones than these are inside the sun. Thinking this, he took all the stones out of the pitcher one by one. Now he hesitated. He did not think that he could make the best idol for Gurudev by making an idol out of any stone. Gurudev watched this for a long time. He came up and said to disciple, I am removing your problem. Take the stone that you first look out of the urn. Now imagine that you have no second stone. If you want to make an idol, you have to make it worth this. Now you make an idol with this stone. The disciple did as Gurudev said, and in no time he made a very beautiful statue out of the stone. After making the statue, he realized that it was the best statue he had ever made. He gifted the idol to his Gurudev and said, Gurudev, I couldn't have imagined that it is possible to make such a beautiful idol with this stone. Gurudev was very happy to see the statue and said, when we have no more than one or two options, we put all our energy into making it successful. And when there are more options, we are left to choose stones. Idols are no longer made. Our mind also brings thousands of thoughts behind one thought, and we wander between different thoughts without focusing on the thought which we need to focus all our energy. Sometimes this thought is good, sometimes that thought is bad. Sometimes this thought needs to be removed, sometimes that thought needs to be removed. Oh, thinking about the 7 and 5, we don't pay attention to the thoughts that need to be paid attention to. Gurudev said, if you want to get rid of the silly thoughts that come to mind, first of all give up trying to get rid of them. Gurudev said, if you want to get rid of the silly thoughts that come to mind, first of all give up trying to get rid of them. Do not get caught in the illusion of the mind. Instead, try to focus your mind on one task. When you think what you are doing is your only job. Besides, I don't have any other work around me at the moment. I have to what I have to do. I won't get another chance after that. When that job is done, follow the same process when doing another job. Then you will see the thousands of thoughts running in your mind like camphor. However, it is not so easy to get out of illusion of the mind. It needs a lot of practice. But it is not impossible. But with long practice, we can get rid of the big problem. So guys, to get rid of overthinking, first stop trying to get rid of it. Instead, focus only on doing the work that needs to be done. This is the best way to get rid of overthinking. If you like the video, give it a like and share. And let us know by commenting if you want to hear such stories. Subscribe and press the bell icon next to it to see more videos like this. See you soon in the next video. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay motivated.